Lola folks, it is your band leader Aero D13, or in the LARPing community it'll be Salazar Draconis. Although he might be going on the wayside for something else. Nah, it's fine. I'm Salazar. So, the last two videos were directed towards the LARPing community. Since there's a lot of people that in that community will be using pewter tankards and goblets and possibly gold-plated cutlery and possibly crockery, and because I mean we as fine diner mother truckers, we might be the height of the medieval period, but we have access to fine dining. There was a video that was going to be in the works, and it wasn't a how-to, but it was more of a, hey, this is a potential problem, etc. This is how I'm going about fixing it with the information garnered from other people to make sure that I do it as they say, so that there's no, oh well, fucking, it wasn't done the way we said, so my mouth didn't appear to move. Interesting. So, I gotta think before I speak. So, I've lost the video and access to being able to do that particular video. I do need to get one item from in town on an urgent notice to be able to finish off the task and hand up the item to its proper owner. There will eventually be a chance to actually go through and do something similar at a later date, so you guys get the same information. It's not a how-to, it's a this is how I'm doing it, considering the equipment and such, and that if you have the proper tools, i.e. I have a scalpel, you have the better equivalent of a scalpel, and you can do the stuff, do all the preparation work properly and all that stuff. It'll make sense when I can get around to the same kind of video. So basically, the stuff that's got Salazar's Dragon's Den is stuff directed towards the LARPing community, as well as basically people that would not be on the channel for video game content, and basically content that allows for information passage. It's ideas, less information kind of thing. Make sense? Yes? No? Maybe? Whatever. So, this video, I will get to the main topic at hand in just a sec. This video is just a heads up. I can't do editing at the moment because of a certain cat. I am in the process of paying off quite a few debts, and I will get there eventually. I will get a better camera. I have a camera that should do the task for what I need it for. For like $50, it'll get me through what I need. Maybe. I don't actually know if it'll handle the rigors of what I need it to do for the next few weeks. And the stuff that it'll have will be uploaded as is. When I record it, it'll be taken off the card, moved across to the tablet, which I use to record this kind of stuff, and then immediately it's sort of uploaded almost immediately as the video as is. If it makes sense. It's a cheapo $50. Chuck it up here. You get to see the sort of shit that's going on. I have a video in mind, or rather, I have a video in mind. I want you guys to be able to enjoy later on down the track. Once I get a laptop or a computer of some kind that can do the editing with no problems with that lovely item. Right, I'll give you guys a hint. This is currently going to be a canopic jar, which would be the Egyptians and maybe some other religions, say the Egyptians, because they're most well known for it. would be the ones that will go, oh hey, your liver or your intestines, we're doing the embalming, slap it in, preserve it, stays with the body, it just decays too quickly to be able to keep it otherwise. So I'll be doing a video on one of these, on exactly what's going on with one of these at a later date, once I have everything I can do. This one's going to be pretty basic bitch, being probably a loaf of bread. Just, you know, stomach. I have another video I'll be recording almost immediately after this, but it won't be, why did I do the hand movement? It won't be uploaded straight away. So this one will be uploaded, say this one uploads at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, I'm going to be recording most stuff at night because of lighting issues. I tried it this afternoon, it's horrible. So to counter that is at night, when it's, I can check the lights on and be no worries. Yeah, it's going to choose through power until I can sort something out, but it's fine. I have a video that I'll be recording and I will not be uploading it within 24 hours of this video. Mainly so that there's enough time for people who watch these kind of videos, watch this video. It gives a bit more time so you guys understand this next bit of information. Okay? It gives a bit more time for you to stoke in the information and then you can watch the next one and understand it better. Right. I'm going to leave it there. I really do need a white piece of, not lined, is the main thing. Come on. I know you got writing on you. Ooh. This actually nearly did pretty good. Alright, so we're going to leave it there. Cool. Right, let's get to the other part. So, as you guys can probably see, I've gone short hair, short beard. And that is so that the videos that I record that have this, don't mind Ryu, he's just taking toilet time. And you can't edit that shit out. But this here is a thinning area. It's pretty noticeable at the back. So this part, oh my god, it's thin and I've still got a little bit of hair here. I've then got a decent beard. Now, of course, most people are like, oh my god, that's a horrible look. But anyways, so one might argue that I am chrome at the top because I wear a hat. That would be wrong thinking. Because I see many, and I mean many a person, whom wearing a hat would, in theory, and especially with the way that the hat moves over the head, would in theory mean that the sides of the head would be dead and the top would be nice and lush because of the hat that they wear all the time. Ryu? Wait. Oh, that stinks. That's nasty. That's nasty, son. Whew. Okay. There we go. That was easy. Yeah. Shitty unit. Can't exactly hide that stuff. Right? That way. It's a bit hard to see where the camera is. Ryu? Nah, it's a bad one. He's going. He's going here. Alright, sorry. Anyways, let's get back to it. So the hair, the way that hair is actually a genetic, it's based on genetics. Environment has played a part in how quickly it grows back and how thick it grows back, but it doesn't affect where it thins out. It doesn't affect the pattern that comes out from it. So environment will affect, this is where it gets fun. Environment will affect how quickly this grows, but it doesn't affect how thick it grows where it grows. It just affects how quickly it grows. So if you're in a cold environment, then this will come out a little bit quicker. Oh, for crying out loud. I am going to smack your ass for that. Get over here. Get over here. I'm so glad I'm saving up the money for a steam mop and what have you. Anyways, sorry, so, as I said, I can't edit this shit out. It happens. So, this is the color is genetics, the thickness is genetics, the spread is genetics, and that is that, now, I am not going to put in the paper that summarizes, or the paper that summarizes it, or the paper that has the findings, because, by God, I don't think my tablet can handle that. But just assume that it's there, it's out there, because otherwise, why would I be telling you this? This is like 2 years behind the actual information. 2 years behind schedule, this video. Anyways, so I found out a couple of years ago, the main reason why this is like this, and why my mate Bandit 007-3's facial hair is non-existent comparatively speaking, why a mate of mine, we'll call him Ben, is in a very similar situation where the facial hair is not that thick. The best he gets over 5 days is the equivalent of my 5 o'clock shadow, right? My ex-housemate, best he could get over a month. A month was what I get in less than a week. I go clean shaven, I have the facial fuzz by the very latest, the end of the week. So I do it Monday morning, it's already there by Friday afternoon. That is actually, if someone were to say that's because, person A is overweight or person B is underweight, no. That is actually because of there's receptors in this area that are testing for testosterone. I produce maybe less testosterone than person A and maybe more than person B. Oh, give me a... But, hey, you're done. Go to bed. Go to bed. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine, I'll hold on to you. Seeing as you want to fucking do that shit. Right, so... Ooh, that's nasty. So, the amount of testosterone that most guys produce is comparable. It's actually... There's almost no difference between two guys of how much testosterone is produced. Standard, typical males at least. The difference that the hair follicles is literally the receptors that are there. How many receptors are there, their density, and where they're located. So this is pretty thick because I have a lot of receptors for the testosterone that I have. Does it make me more manly? No. No, it doesn't. If it's a transgender woman turned man, then it's very much the same thing. The difference in that, the facial hair that a trans man, femme man, so a girl turned guy, their hair is less because they don't have the same amount of receptors. They get the injection, the hormone therapy, for a butt ton of testosterone that makes it a little bit more than typical guys, to accommodate for the fact that the estrogen levels are friggin' high comparatively speaking, just to sort of compensate a little bit. That's why a trans man has less, and it looks, well, gay. That pretty well sums it up. Hair is genetic. Oh yeah, obviously genetics is impacted by environment, but it's not that bad. If you guys want to look into all things that affect this, that affect this, that affect this lovely good stuff, look into genetics. Your XY chromosome, your other 22 pairs of chromosomes. What else have we got? So you look into your genetics, you look into your hormone therapy. Don't be an asshole. Alright. So genetics, look into obviously hormone therapy and how the hormones interact with the body. What else is another impact? Yes. Look at, if you get a snapshot of the typical male in different places, I'm talking ethnically, not ethnically would be probably the best word. So a Native American Indian, their genealogy, look at guys from there, look at women from there, because women also have facial hair, trust me. It's just not as... Oh, for crying out loud, are you? That's enough. How about you go to bed? Oh, someone's grumpy now. Anyways, so you look at... Sorry, so let's restart that. Let's look at places. Let's go. Genes and gene expression. X and Y, as well as the other 22 pairs, how they affect it. You want to look into the environment, so your tropics, and look at the earth and look at the climates that are available, and don't just look at one of those American maps or the Chinese maps or whatever it is. Look at satellite imagery. As well as maps that show clearer the kind of climate maps. I can't think of what there is actually a term for them, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. But they give you a good idea of the temperature and humidity, which affects sort of body shape, which affects how this looks on typical males. You want to look at a snapshot of males in different ethnical groups, as well as the hybrids of those ethnical groups, and you'll see what I mean. I think that makes some sense. That don't just take my word for it. Look it up yourself. Look at the gene expression is the most important. The gene expression, the receptors, and don't look at just the hair kind of ones. Look at your musculatures, your fast twitch, low twitch kind of thing. You look at your what affects your mental disorders and your physical disorders. Look into the gene, to your genetics and gene expression, because that is going to be a very, very big thing to look into the future. Don't say that because look at me, I'm special. I say that because there's right now we're under COVID-19 in 2020. Sorry, I'm not sure what the naming is that, but there would be within the genetics of those that have passed away at very healthy versus those that have survived and are cripplingly screwed over versus those that have got it survived and doesn't seem to affect them, their genetics might be playing a part. And this seems pretty benign, but the hair follicle, the testosterone levels, it actually was in the paper that it was more, it has bigger impacts. Look that shit up. I can't express that enough. Don't take my word for it. Look that shit up. You'll see what I mean. You'll enjoy it. Anyways, I have to somehow scold a cat for trying to use the litter tray less as a litter tray and more as a sand pit. And we know what 3 to 5 year olds are like with a sand pit. Oh, look, sand, fucking, let's take it all out and take it home with us. In there, are you? Cheeky bum. Anyways, you guys want to know the drill? You like this video because this gives you a video to work with, to look back on, to be able to share to your friends. You comment if you find the paper, if you find the article about it, or you find the paper published about it. Chuck it in the comment section down below. Be greatly helpful for those that struggle to research. And if you haven't already, I know this is YouTube, it's all over. If you haven't, just maybe subscribe, bell notification on, so then the next video that comes out, you get to watch it. Don't have to be like, hey, yo, I swear there was a video. Yeah? Alright, I'm going to move camera and what have you. But that should cover it. Anyways, I think that's the only time I'm going to be using the Salazar intro. Because it'll be in the title. Yeah, I've been your host, AeroD13. And I shall be shining out. Toodle mother truckin' you.